What is going on, everybody? We're going to look at the markets and get you prepared for Monday. We're going to look at a macro level charts. We're going to zoom out. I'm going to zoom out for you, baby. We're going to look at weekly and monthly charts on the markets and kind of give us an indicator as to what will happen next week. We're also going to look at NVIDIA. This is Mike, the tactical stock scalper. All right. We're going to start here with SPX. We're going to start on a daily time frame. And as we see here in the daily time frame, we're coming down to the 100 period moving average that you see there in red. Let's zoom in here. We're starting to try to get a bounce off of it, as you see right here. Right? Couldn't cross it Friday. Started to bounce from that level. If we hold it, so that would be a touch. If we get a hold on that EMA, we can expect some kind of bounce from this level next week. If it holds. If it doesn't hold, we could go much deeper. Let's look at the weekly time frame on this. And look here, looky here. We are heading down to the 20 period moving average on a weekly time frame. So we're at the 100 on the daily, we're at the 20 on the weekly, and as we see here, it stopped dead right on this 20 period moving average that you see that line I drew up there for you. So next week will be pretty important to see if we get a touch and a hold and see if we can go back up from this level. Now, anything outside of the normal market conditions, such as Israel and Iran, could obviously derail anything we're talking about here, but let's just get a perspective. So we're getting a touch and we're getting a hold here on the 20 period moving average. There's something else I want to show you. Everyone talking about, oh my gosh, the markets are crashing. Let's just put this into a little perspective. We are here on a monthly time frame on SPX, right? Going back 10 years. And I want to show you something. This period here, I'm going to draw a line. This period in here, right? And just draw another line. This whole period in here, that was a correction, okay? You see that? We went down for pretty far. I don't have the percentages in front of me. And it took some time, right, for this whole market to go down. That was a correction. This that we see here, and boy, people were freaking out there. That was a pullback, right? So what is this going to be? We don't know. We have to let it develop and see what happens. So will it be a correction like we see there, or will it just be a pullback? We'll have to wait and see. So this is a pretty important level. Let's go back to the daily. I would be keeping my eye on this 100. Well, I will be keeping my eye on this 100 period moving average on a daily time frame next week and see if we can't hold it and possibly get some kind of bounce or a minor relief rally and butt our head up against that 50 period moving average that you see there in green and a 20 period moving average that you see in white curling down, and then maybe get another leg down after that. We'll just have to see. Let's go look at the Qs today. I like looking at QQQ. So here we are. We have this long period of consolidation. Let me zoom in here. And we talked about this during this whole process. We were going to get some kind of dynamic move from this long period of consolidation. There is a top. Okay. Here was a bottom. Roughly. And here, we'll just put it there. So we were talking about the Qs and NDX and the NASDAQ during this long period of consolidation, waiting for a breakout or breakdown from this level. And we knew it was going to be dynamic because look how long it consolidated for, waiting for something to happen in the markets, which it did. And now we are breaking down past all the moving averages. Let's go look at this on a weekly time frame, though. Let's zoom out. It's always good to zoom out, and not just base your view on a daily time frame. So here we are on a weekly. It has blown through the first major level of support, which was 420, and the 20 period moving average. And now we're falling even lower. Let's look at this on a monthly time frame. Zoom out even further and get a better perspective. Again, just like SPX, this was a correction. This was a pullback. So what will this end up being? Again, we don't know. It could come all the way down to that 20 period moving average on a monthly time frame, but that's going to take some time if that's going to happen. That may take a month or two if that is going to happen, but it could. We just have to wait and see and what world developments arise around us. Let's go look at the Russell. We're going to pull up the rut. Okay, so we've talked about this many, many times. We're in this middle channel. You see the arrow there to the left? Let's go to a weekly time frame first here, guys. Zoom out. So the arrow to the left shows the middle channel that we're currently in now. We knew this channel has been forming for quite some time. We're heading now down to the bottom of this channel on the Russell. 3 weeks down in a row. People are probably talking about how IWMY is trash when all it's doing is doing what it always does in trades and channels. So are we going to get a bounce from this 190 level? We don't know. Let's pull into a daily time frame. Take a look at it. Now, I'm not into speculating. You know what? We're going to go to IWM. I'm not into speculating where price goes. I just like to mark levels on a chart and let price action tell me what it's going to do instead of guessing. So coming down to the bottom of this channel on IWM, if you didn't buy at 195 like I did, or you didn't buy at 200 like I did, the 190, this area right here is, I think, just for me, a really good buy area for IWMY. I will be purchasing if we get a little bit closer here to 190, 192, 191. It's the market's not always exact. It's not always going to peg its head on certain levels. Sometimes it'll fail before it. Sometimes it'll just go through a little bit, right? So around this 190-ish level, I want to drop a little bit more because I just bought some at 195. So let it drop a little bit more for me, and I will pick up some more IWMY. Let's go look at NVIDIA. Okay, this one's really fascinating. NVIDIA from its double top, and we talked about this at the time. What was going to happen here with this double top, okay? Because we have, let's just zoom out here for 1 second. We're going to come back, okay? We have all this dead space over here, right? We have no past history whatsoever of NVIDIA riding up this far. So we have no evidence or no former support or resistance to go off of. So let's zoom back in here. So we had this double top, and we were wondering if it was going to break out of this double top or break down. There we go. We've broken down. We're breaking down through moving averages. And you see that little arrow I drew right there. Looks like it's coming down to the 100 period moving average on a daily time frame, which goes in to this gap right here. See this nice little sexy gap right there? Zoom out here. Coming right down to this level. Will we get a bounce from this I don't know what that is, 715 or so level that the 100 period moving average is at? Or will it break right through? Let's go out to a weekly time frame. Also, the 20 period moving average on the weekly time frame is right where that 100 period moving average is. So we can expect some kind of support here. Will it be just a little feeble bounce and then come back down? Or will it be a nice big bounce and go up and test that double top again? We'll just have to wait and see, guys. But all these stocks are coming down, and ETFs are coming down to major support levels. So it's going to be fascinating if they break through or hold. How we knew we were going to get a dynamic move out of NVIDIA. It doesn't really consolidate, at least it hasn't for quite some time. And we knew something was going to happen with this double top and area of consolidation through NVIDIA here, right? We knew when I was making these videos about NVIDIA that when it has a long period of consolidation like this, something dramatic was going to happen. We never know which direction. We just let price action do all the talking and watch the levels and make our decisions from there. Hope you enjoyed the content. This is Mike, the Tactical Stock Scalper.